Activate it. That's 10. That's not enough for lethal. Slick Sequence. Let's draw. If I top deck into a shock, that'll be... Ooh. Well, I called it. I didn't even need to clear the board. That was crazy. The whole time we were just stressed out. Urabrask is going to flip. We're going to clear the board anyway. Wow, that is insane. Goodbye, Convoke. Goodbye. That is absolutely sick. The great work, Urabrask. Who says that Praetor's not good? Ladies and gentle mages, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode with Man to Man, and today we got a juicer for you. Before we take it to the deck, let's go and address our question of the day. Which is your favorite Praetor? Let me know in the pinned comment below. Let's dig right into the deck here. We have Geralf and Urabrask. That is right. So, we are in Alchemy today. We are in Alchemy. There's a couple of reasons why. So, let's go ahead and address the first reason. We need a double spell. So, with Urabrask, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, deal 1 damage, add 1 red. First strike, and if you've done 3 or more sorceries or instances, you can transform this into the great work, and then it's pretty much game over from there. You're going to deal 3 damage to target opponent and each creature they control, which they've usually taken a beating by that time anyway, and 3 damage is nothing to scoff at, so you get a plenty of creature removal, and then 3 treasure tokens, and then you can cast instant sorceries from any graveyard, and then by the time it's over, because when that happens, you have all these burn spells, you just play them on your opponent's face, it's great. So, let's go ahead and get into Geralf next. Geralf the Fleshwright. Whenever you cast a spell during your turn other than your first spell this turn, create a 2/2 blue and black zombie rogue creature token. So, whenever it enters the battlefield under your control, put +1/+1 for every other time that you basically storm. So, basically what we want to do in this deck is do like a little bit of a mini storm. We're not going to do like these like huge, insane turns, but we have enough of like this little like mid-rangey type of like turn 45-y explosion type thing. We do have Fiery Inscription. Obviously, Fiery Inscription, this is why we are in Alchemy. These 2 cards, we'll go ahead and get to that in a second. Whenever it enters the battlefield, it's going to tempt you. We don't really care about the tempt, honestly. We mainly just like a 3-drop enchantment. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, it's going to do 2 damage to each opponent. That is basically what we like about this deck. I mean, we have a lot of burn spells. We have a lot of just like counters in general. Spellchain Scatter is the next card. When you cast an instant or sorcery the spell this turn, conjure a duplicate of that spell into your hand. If this spell wasn't kicked, discard the duplicate. So, there are generally, it's like 50-50. Half the time you're going to want to kick it so that you can have the spell for later, and other times you're just going to want to use it and then just maintain efficiency. So let's say you have 5 open mana, you're going to, and a lightning strike. So you're going to use the Spellchain Scatter, there's 1, and then you're going to use the lightning strike, and then you're going to use the lightning strike again. So you wouldn't want to kick it in that regard. But if you got like 3 and it's the opponent's turn, you're going to use this. Or sorry, if you have 4 open, then you're going to use this and kick it, and then you're going to use the lightning strike, so then you don't have to discard the new lightning strike, if that makes any sense. So sometimes you want to kick it, and sometimes you don't. So, this is a very versatile card. With the Urabrask, if you've got an Urabrask out here, and you go for the Spellchain Scatter, you can just keep doing it. You go for, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, you do that, and then if you have another Spellchain Scatter, you can just keep doing it, and then you have the Urabrask dealing 1 damage per every single Spellchain Scatter you have. Pretty amazing. It is a little hard to set up because you do need to have an Urabrask and specifically 2 Spellchain Scatters in your hand, but that is a move, and nevertheless, that is something that we can do. Other than that, we got the Scalding Viper, man. Scalding Viper, this card is good. So we don't have any other way to bounce things. So if they just have like a big creature that we can't really burn, because like the way this deck works, you don't want to use your burn spells early. You don't want to. You want to have a Geralf, you want to have an Inscription, or you want to have an Urabrask before you start playing all your stuff, because if you just start like freaking out turn 1, turn 2, just start burning stuff, it's like, slow down there, champ. We need to set up first. So how do we set up? Well, we have the Phantom Interference. We need this. This card is the glue of the... I'm not kidding you. It's the glue of the early game, because it's a way better than like 3 steps ahead. Because 3 steps ahead, by that time, you're going to want to drop a Geralf, Fire Inscription, Urabrask, etc., etc. We need this on turn 2. We need this turn 2 counter spell. Counter target spell, unless the controller pays 2, we cast this for 2. Turn 1, you want to typically get down like a Thundering Falls, a Restless Spire, your tap lands, relax. Turn 2, Phantom Interference. If you absolutely have to, you can lightning strike like a bird or a swift spear, something if you're really under duress, but typically you want to wait. But as long as you can wait, you got the Slick Sequence, and then we just start double spelling. Because you really want to double spell with a Slick Sequence, Geralf, Fire Inscription, Urabrask. I think we're just we've established the point of the deck. It's the Urabrask, the Geralf, and Fiery Inscription show. So before we get into the deck, let's go ahead and give a shout out to the Mana Rocks. The Mana Rocks are the patrons and the YouTube channel members. I cannot thank these folks enough. They help the grind make it less grindy. So consider joining the channel. That'll help me out as a content creator, and we put you up on the little blood artist board here. But just keep in mind, that only you can help protect the Aether, so make sure to leave a like on the video. The button looks just like this. Make sure to comment on your favorite below, and without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Chaos, hello. We can keep it. We don't have any of our... The problem with this deck is you don't have any of way to search or really a whole lot of draw power. We have a little with this, but if you don't open with a Fiery Inscription, a Geralf, or an Urabrask, it gets a little sketchy, but we're gonna roll with it. Let's go and commit to the Captivating Crossroads. Lightning Strike, sure. Holding up the Phantom Interference on turn 2 always feels pretty good here, so nothing doing. I'm not going to do anything until I can double spell, so let's just kind of... Ooh, there's our Urabrask. There's the Urabrask. We love to see that. Let's go ahead and just end the turn here. Resolute Reinforcements? Do we want to interfere? I think we do. I think they're obviously just going to be convoke, right? So let's just do that. Probably going to be convoke, so it's going to just slow them down. We get rid of 2 bodies for 1 counterspell. I think that's fine. Yeah, this is going to be Naya convoke 100% here. So Amara, that is a problem. Alright, so we do have Urabrask. If we can get Urabrask down, we can obviously set up for the Great Work, which will let us deal 3 damage to the whole board, which is pretty cool. But I think we'll still just hold still here. Phantom Interference, just chill. We chill. Novice Inspector. Well, can't do anything about that. Are they going to swing in? I am half tempted to go for Melt Through and then a Slick Sequence just to draw, but that's a 2 for 1, which doesn't feel good. It feels pretty bad. I think we'll just wait. Down to 17. Oh man, they probably have a Resolute Reinforcements, considering that they have 1 white and 2 open here. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Shock, just chill. Can't do anything, man. Oh, it's so aggravating. We just need this Urabrask out. If we can get this Urabrask down, I mean, things are looking pretty okay. Yeah, Resolute Reinforcements. Let's take care of that. We can't do this forever, though. At a certain point, we're going to have to try and get some sort of presence down ourselves. And we're already 2 turns behind pace now, so getting a little anxious. We need to get this Urabrask down yesterday. Yesterday we needed it. So, Knight Errant, can't do anything about that. Okay. I think I'm going to have to melt through the Knight, just so that we can weaken it perpetually. Yep. We're going to have to sweep the board here with Urabrask. Let's go, baby. We need a land. Okay, we get a Restless Spire. Obviously not optimal. At this point, you know, I am thinking about just shocking and then going for a Slick Sequence. Now we're in that double spell territory. I don't know if I want to do that. If I shock, Slick Sequence, we're left with an Amara, but then we're burning all of our stuff here. We need the Urabrask down. We have to do it. It's unfortunate. We have to do this. We're pigeonholed so badly here, so badly. We still have 2 lightning strikes here and another land, so maybe we can kind of make do with this. We have to cut down their board as much as possible before we set up this Urabrask. At least hurt down their board. That does, kind of slow... Ooh. Okay. We do have first strike on Urabrask. It's kind of worth noting. Sequence. We have to get this down. That's 3. Man, this... We're just pigeonholed. There's nothing we can do here. We drop Urabrask. We're just kind of sitting ducks here. We take 3, 6, 9, 12. They most likely have something else in their hand as well. I think we're just going to risk it. I can't realistically just sit here and lightning strike, Slick Sequence. Let's get it down. If they have something else to play alongside the recruiter, then we're just toast. I don't know what else we can do here, man. I would much rather see a Knight. This makes me feel a lot better than just throwing down some another Resolute Reinforcements and then Intimidating. That honestly feels better. So, Ward on the Inner Sky, sure. Inspector. This is actually better. This is actually better than it could have been. This could have been a lot worse. Haywire Might, sure. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So, I mean, they're giving us the Urabrask. They're giving it to us. Can we make them pay is the question. I mean, I can sweep the board for sure. But will this be enough is the question. Kind of confused why they didn't go for this Ward in the Inner Sky again. I think we're gonna swing, because I'm definitely flipping this thing. So let's swing. Let's swing. First strike. They probably just take it, I would assume. Yep, okay. So let's be a little bit more meticulous about how we work this. So obviously we're sweeping the board. We know that. So if I like, we have to maybe just get this Knight Errant down to, all right, let's do this. All right, tap, Lightning Strike, face. We're gonna get 1 from Urabrask. Deal 1. If I go for Lightning Strike, that's 4. If I do this, that's 7. Urabrask itself was not enough for lethal. Deal 3 damage to each opponent. That's 4. That's 3. That's 7. Activate it. That's 10. That's not enough for lethal. Lightning Strike face. Slick Sequence on you to kill the board. Should I kill the board? Or should I just go for it? I should just go for face. I think we have to kill the knight, right? Slick Sequence. Let's draw. If I top deck into a shock, that'll be ooh. Well, I called it. Is that it? Shock. 3 damage to opponent, right? I'm dealing 1 damage. And now we can flip it? Shock? I don't even need to clear the board, right? I didn't even need to clear the board? That was crazy. The whole time we were just stressed out. Urabrask is going to flip. We're going to clear the board anyway. Wow, that is insane. Goodbye, Convoke. Goodbye. That is absolutely sick. The great work, Urabrask. Who says that Praetor's not good? Hello. Let's go ahead and keep this. This is, it's a good hand. It's a good hand, but we are on the draw, so with all these tap lands, it could be a little problematic. Let's try and surveil for an untap land. Interference, we already have 1, plus this could be control, so I don't want to get into a staring match with control. I think we'll put that away. Bounding the 3rd path. This one's not control. This is going to be some reanimation nonsense, I can already tell. Chart a course, okay. There it is. There's that Rakdos joins up, and I'm a little afraid now. Well, I think we'll just get this down. We don't go for Phantom Interference that way, which is kind of sucky, but... So they want to go for Abuelo on the Rakdos joins up, but they need the Hulking Gear Hulk. I'm assuming, again, I'm just assuming that's what they're going for here. Collector's Vault. Well, I can't do much about that. Thundering Falls, another tap land here. Do we want to just get the Geralf out or the Fiery Inscription? Honestly, the Fiery Inscription is just probably the best thing here. Yep. Let's just get the Fire Inscription out here before we start trying to burn them and double spelling and all that nonsense. The problem with the Phantom Interference is that they probably are going to be able to pay it eventually too. So there's, okay, so there's, speaking of Hulks, that's not the Hulk I was expecting, but it is an artifact Hulk that they are going to be able to snag here. Another Rakdos joins up. I'm going to go for this. Land's fine. Land is fine here. I think it's still just, we can't double spell with Geralf. I think it's just Fire Inscription here. I think so. Alright, so we have some serious burn power in the back end here, but I mean, getting a little nervous. Let's see if they have the reanimation stuff. They do not yet at least. But now you see what I'm saying, like this Phantom Interference, they have so much mana that I don't think we're going to be able to like do anything with that. Okay. They are passionately just digging for something here. Okay. Well, Should I just go for Geralf and then just Slick Sequence? I think so. At this point, I'm not even worried about countering this. That I just don't think that's going to be a thing. So let's go, baby. Let's go for Geralf. And now we're going to Slick Sequence with our 2 Fiery Inscriptions and our Geralf. Let's go ahead and make a nice little zombie here. We're going to do 6 damage, draw a card. That feels pretty good, but now I'm scared. Okay, so Meticulous Archive, sure. No! Oh, no, 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 no. Don't do it. Don't do it. Now they have the Hulking Metamorph. Okay, just don't have the... Because now they just win, right? It's just the Abuelo. Alright, it doesn't appear they have it yet. I think we're good. I think we're good to go. Alright, let's make sure that we do the maximum amount of damage here. Let's go for Lightning Strike and a Shock and a Restless Spire. So I'm going to animate the Restless Spire. Make sure we're not screwing ourselves here. And then we have a Lightning Strike and a Shock. So let's take our creatures here, and I think that's really all that we can do, right? We get a +1/+1 on it. No, so we don't buff our board. It's just the one that comes in, and that's not going to be enough time here. So haven't even really done the math, or the math. We get an Urabrask. I'm going to keep it just for fun. I don't think it's going to come down to that, but we'll see. Bang. Bang, bang. Down to 8. Lightning Strike. Fiery Inscription should be good to go. And last but not least, the Deadly Shock. Just as a little pepper on top, we got our Geralf, we got our Fiery Inscription, all nice and set up. No combo for you, my friend. We got Geralf and our Zombie Warlords. Steve? Well, I'm Steve. Well, I'm Man. Okay, let's go and keep this. Alright, almost gave away my secret identity there. Island, and yeah, looking good here. Phantom Interference is pretty much like the best possible turn 2 play because we don't really have anything to play. We kind of want to wait and kind of set up with our plays. Landlord Navigator, setups be damned. I guess we're just going to probably melt through this while we can. We are on the draw, so we're going to have to make sure we maintain maximum efficiency here. Pass. Yeah, Phantom Interference is like really like, yeah, it just makes the entire deck work. Because this is like, you gotta wait. At a certain point, you want to set up for the Fiery Inscription or the Geralf. So let's do that. And I think we're just going to lead with the Fiery Inscription. Yes, it's fine. We'll just lead with the Fiery Inscription. I know we don't get to inscript the ring onto Geralf this way, but typically leading with the Fiery Inscription will yield the most damage. Case of the Lost Witness. I actually don't care about this too much. What I like about this is we can go for Scalding Viper, but because we don't have another land drop, I think we're just going to drop Geralf, the Fleshwright. Nothing too sexy, but again, this deck does require a little bit of setup. So let's see if they are kind of mana screwed here. I think they missed a land drop. Case of the Lost Witness. This card is really good. Thopterus. That is absolutely no big deal. Okay, so now what do we do here? We can double spell. But the Spellchain Scatter, typically you don't want to use it like this, but I think I still am. We will be able to get a draw from the Slick Sequence. 2 damage here, and now I think we're just going to have to go for it, baby. Let's not get this to go on, and now we got Geralf, Fiery Inscription, and more damage here. So, zombie, damage, get a draw. We do get a land, but it's not really going to matter, unfortunately. We're still going to have to lose out on the Slick Sequence. But we are looking pretty slick here, so kind of what we want to do, we just want to get into like a Fiery Inscription or a Geralf, potentially an Urabrask, and then just like double spell, basically. Unauthorized exit. So they're still stuck on land. I feel a little bad, but I don't feel that bad. So I think we're just going to pop them. I do. I think we're so far ahead. I'm going to double Lightning Strike with the Fiery Inscription. We got to do this on our turn, obviously, just because of how the Geralf works. Let's go ahead and get our Zombie Rogue token. I'm not going to finish them off just yet, but I want to get my Rogue token for a little extra pressure. And we can even go for the Restless Spire. We got the Scalding Viper, and the opponent just got up to a way too slow of a start, but GG's. Isaac Blantov. Hello. Let's go ahead and keep this. Looks good to me. Pristine in our opening hand here. Let's see if we were playing against Burn ourselves. We're playing Izzet Burn, not even like mono red Burn. We at least got a little bit of a twist here. Big fan of the Scalding Viper here too. This does allow us to double spell here pretty good. Ooh, Phantasmal Extraction. Ew, okay. Let's see what they want to get rid of here. I would assume just the Phantom Interference, but we'll see. The Phantom Interference is my turn 2 cushion, which of course we love. We get rid of Scalding Viper. Okay, well, let's go ahead and just set up for our Phantom Interference. No need to panic just yet, but we are getting a little floody. Like, 5 lands is fine for this deck. We need something we can kind of play here. I'm going to let this go. It's a card for a card, essentially. So, I mean, like, I think we'll just get rid of this. Like, right now, we're just kind of, like, playing the slow game, trying to set up. I am not going to counter this. I guess we let this go. A 1-1's not that intimidating. Plus, I kind of would rather wait till we get something else so that we can double spell. That's a double spell. So we can use that. But now do I want to go for the Restless Spire? Probably not, right? I think we're going to have to do this so that we can hold up 3 mana here. Put the Restless Spire on the rocks here. Alright, so... Whenever one or more creatures enter the battlefield in your control, blah blah. Return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. So let's not do this yet. Okay, so I want to make sure I'm doing this correctly. So whenever it enters the battlefield, if it's whatever, they return a creature. So that's fine. We'll wait. I didn't want to kill them and then kind of screw that up. So we'll go for Melt Through. And then we'll go for Slick Sequence so that we get our card draw. Again, not really optimal here. I mean, you want to kind of have something else in the chamber here. Thundering Falls. Let's do this. I'm going to get a Surveil and a Scry. So I think we're just looking for some of our, like, quote-unquote power cards here. Man, the Phantom Interference is pretty good, but we know they have it. I think... this is close. I'm going to say no. They're only at 3 lands, so this Phantom Interference is going to get worse as the game goes on. I think we'd rather just keep this up. But it's close, man. Hopeless Nightmare. Okay, it's fine. We really need to dig into like an Urabrask, Fiery Inscription, or a Geralf. Okay. If I go for Restless Spire, we can't do that again. I think we just pass. 3 lands. If they had 5, I'd be a little bit more tempted to go for Restless Spire here. So yeah, here, this is exactly why. This is exactly why. Yeah, definitely get rid of that. That is a no bueno to me. Another land. Alright, so now we have no choice here. Now we're going straight Restless Spire. I'm actually going to double Restless Spire here. No, 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 no. No auto tapper. Why is it doing that? Like, why would I animate a Restless Spire just for you? So cringe. 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 Well, I'm glad we caught it. So let's go for double Restless Spire here. We're going to get 2 Scries. Geralf. Okay, so Geralf, that is what we want. We're gonna keep the Geralf here. Bang, bang. That's exactly what we want. We needed one of those, like, you know, I call it like our, you know, our curve toppers here. We need like that finishing stamp here. So Bloodletter of Outlaws. Obviously, that is bad because now they get a, what, 3/5. So now I can't really... Ooh, alright, let's... Ooh, now that this is such a problem, though, the 5 toughness is just such a problem. If I go for Geralf, we double Melt Through, it's just not going to be good enough. It's not going to die. So I think what we have to do is go for Restless Spire. And swing in. So we have First Strike. No, land's not good. We do have First Strike here. So they don't fall for it, which is fine. Ish. Now we set up our Geralf here. Again, it's not great, but I don't know what else to do. I mean, we can't go for Geralf and then double Melt Through here. It's not going to work. So now our little Geralf is in harm's way. Oh, this is just bad. That, yeah, honestly, there's nothing we can do about that. That Wicked roll token is single-handedly... the roll token is single-handedly the biggest leverage point of the game here. That is what's decided this game thus far, which is very painful. So we lose double life with the Alchemy. We're going to need some serious help here, because even if I do top deck into some sort of like burn spell, like we're wasting another land. We're wasting all of our resources to get rid of the Bloodletter of Alchemy. We just can't do that. We're just falling behind. This is an absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare. 4 toughness would be fine. We have the Geralf. We have the zombies out. Oh man. Brutal. Alright. I'm still going to do this because I want to try to go for at least hold up another melt through. Scry. I guess we... Because now I have to melt. Now I have to melt through the Evolved Sleeper. So I guess we're just pushing. I don't know. I don't know. I think we lost. I can't imagine we win here. But we'll play it out. I don't want to be negative. We'll play it out. We're down in the life. Hold up melt through. I guess we could have just double Restless Spired anyway. Hex Mage. I doubt they put it on you. That would not make too much sense here. So we'll let that go. Take another 6, and we pretty much have one more turn here. This has to be like a Viper, right? We have to be able to bounce this. Thundering Falls. I think the game is officially over. Yeah, there's nothing we can do here. This Bloodlether of Alchemy. This Wicked Roll token definitely just gave them the game. Damn, that is crazy. That just goes to show you, hey, Magic is a game of inches. So let's go ahead and they're kind of taking a while here too. So either way, they got it. I think we'll just kind of good game them, but. This is a weird dynamic, so I want to concede, but if they're going to rope me, I mean, we'll... Okay, there we go. Now that they're playing, we'll go ahead and concede. Good game. Captain Blabber. Hello. All right, what a name here. Let's go ahead and keep this. Okay. So, these Captivating Crossroads, we got to... Let's commit to the blue here. Let's commit to blue. Typically, you don't want to run a whole lot of blue, but because we have Phantom Interference and how this lines up, I think that's just going to be the move. Yeah, that's fine. Got plenty of red now, but so definitely don't like this. I'm most likely gonna get this countered, but I think just because we do have the means for land, we can kind of maybe try and get the Fiery Inscription down by Phantom interfering. I mean, I don't love it, but I guess we're in this for the long haul. Pass. Because you know they're just dying to either reprieve or something, so I don't know if we're really going to win a staring contest like this, so let's go ahead and melt through. And then I'm probably going to slick sequence here just for the extra card draw. If they want to waste a counter, at least that kind of thins the odds for this. That's fine. So at least we get rid of one. If they have another one, I think we just cry at this point. We don't top deck into the land anyway, which is just brutal. I mean, it's not like we're guaranteed a land or anything, but I think we're going to try this out. If they have another No More Lies and they have 2 in their top 11. No, we're good. Okay, that is huge. Absolutely huge. Well, that sucks, but at least we get a little bit of extra damage out of it here, so that's fine. Man, I really would have liked to have a land there off the top, but it is what it is, so. We still have a Spellchain Scatter. The One Ring. Well, gotta take a turn off now. Obviously don't like that. Should I Spellchain Scatter here? And then Lightning Strike? I think so. Let's go ahead and kick it. You definitely want to kick this. So that we get another Lightning Strike, and because we kick it, we're not going to have to go through it, so reprieve. Honestly, I think that's fine. I can't Phantom Interference because we need the chain reaction. That's actually really bad. That's horrific. That's horrific. I can't do this now. Okay. Because I can't Lightning Strike. We have to be more efficient now. Okay. Spire's pretty good. I think we'll do this now. Let's do what we wanted to do here. Then Lightning Strike, and then we get another Lightning Strike back. And we do not have to get rid of it because we kicked the spell chain. So they're going for this One Ring. Absolutely fearless. No fear on the One Ring damage here. So they might have another one. Okay. Viper. Well, that doesn't really help our cause here a whole lot, huh? What if I Restless Spire and then just Lightning Strike? I think probably. And they go for the Restless Anchorage here. We can kind of screw them up. Actually, they can't. Yeah, they don't even have enough red, so we pass on that. It's fine. We do have this Phantom Interference, which is semi-sneaky here. This is actually kind of semi-sneaky here. I think I'm going to hold this up. Take 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Most likely have another land, which is unfortunate. Okay. I mean, they got a lot of cards in their hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. We actually could. If that's their plan, we could screw them up big time here. So, Rusko. I think we do this. Yeah. Let's do this, baby. Phantom Interference. Pay 1. Absolutely no problem with me. And they're going to take a lot of damage. I think we have them. Wow. Yeah, that you just got too greedy. I guess that's what happens when you run the 1 ring. All right. Lube defeat. Oh, God. See God. All right, let's go ahead and keep this. All right, on the draw here, got the Thundering Falls turn 2. It's actually not that bad being on the draw here because of the Captivating Crossroads. This is one of my favorite things about Alchemy is having these types of cards that give you a buff if you're on the... Oh, well, that was a mulligan. Let's go ahead and give him the friendly mulligan. Hello. Everybody deserves a friend when you take a mulligan, even if you like loot feet. So, hey, Thundering Falls, that's fine. I think I do kind of want... Man, originally... Let's say no. Let's be a little bit more meticulous here. So, let's see what you got here, Lubed Feet. Alright. Definitely wanting to set up for the Phantom Interference turn 2. Again, this is definitely the glue of the early game. What we got here? Juggle the performance? Absolutely not. And I mean, absolutely not. Okay. So, this is pretty much like their win condition here. So, that's their win condition. Well, hello, Lucy. Oh. Alright, let's go ahead and keep this. Looks pretty good to me. Got Phantom Interference turn 2, Fiery Inscription. Well, I'll extend you a friendly mulligan. Hello, everybody, even Lucifer, needs a friend when you take a mulligan because those things suck, so. See if that's a double. Is that a double mulli? Ooh, okay. So a lot of times when this happens, you kind of, I assume it's going to be that, oh god, what's it called? The Juggle of Performance type deck, but. Or Zoc colors, maybe not. But they're already into Platinum, so that is kind of scary here. Call the Ring, alright. So again, looking pretty good. We always want to set up the Phantom Interference for turn 2. It's basically the best thing you can do on turn 2. All the tap lands are kind of potentially problematic here. So a Nasgûl, yep, let's just go ahead and Phantom Interference. Easy money. Just let's Call the Ring. This, like, you know, this Nasgûl gets kind of out of hand. Let's just, not interested. Let's go for our Fire Inscription on turn 3, and we're looking pretty good. So, hey, you can tempt, but I can tempt too with the Fire Inscription. I think yours is a little better. Your deck's a little better at doing that, but nevertheless, we still have it up our arsenal. And another Nasgûl, okay. So, okay, what is this going to be? Well, I don't have to worry about this yet. This tap land is kind of annoying. I mean, I don't really want to Spellchain Scatter right now. Don't have enough mana to do that. So I think we just Lightning Strike the Nasgûl and that's it. Just pass. Yeah, kind of unsexy, but no tricks to be played right now. Yeah, we're still just a little... This deck does require quite a bit of setup. Yeah, there's nothing we can do here. We just gotta get rid of this thing before it gets too big. Eventually I can go for Scalding Viper. Another one, that's fine. 'Tis fine. I wouldn't mind another land here. Because Call of the Ring is such a problem. Draw 2. Yeah, they have a lot of card draw here, so... Shock. I would like one more land. We really would like one more land here. Because they're just going to keep dropping these things over and over and over, which is going to be kind of annoying. So... We do keep burning them, but I want to get this out as soon as possible, but I just don't have the mana to make use of it. Let's go for the Spellchain Scatter, and I'm going to kick it so that we can have a Scalding Viper again. And again, we're burning them each time we do this. So let's go for the Scalding Viper, and then on return, I guess the Nasgûl... Fire Inscription, bang. And then we get another one, just like kind of slow them up. I think that's pretty good. I'm looking for another untapped land so we can go for Geralf, get something on the board. But I mean, honestly, they're at 10 life. This Fiery Inscription does put in work. Another one, sure. And they're at the they're at 4 ring temps here, so they do have to be careful though. I don't know why. I would be a little more wary of them. I mean, they're down to 8 life. I have a Fiery Inscription, so I mean they're absolutely fearless here. Another Nasgûl, that's fine. There's no way. What are you doing? Okay, now we got an Urabrask. I mean, I think the game's just over though. Like they just burnt themselves out, right? Fiery Inscription. I don't even think we're gonna have to get into Geralf for Urabrask. I think this is just it. Yeah, right. Okay. Spellchain Scatter. This is gonna do it. The Fiery Inscription just pushes for so much damage. We go for the shock. You know, I kind of want to get into some of our fun cards here, but if they're just gonna gift us the win, I will take it. Johnny Master. All right, Johnny Master. Let's go ahead and get this baby. Let's get a sleeve check here. I've never. What are these? I've never seen these. Interesting. Okay. Novice Inspector. Gross. Gross. We do not have a very good matchup. We have a lot of spot removal and a lot of burn, but we do not. What we don't have is like a sweeper, so that could be pretty problematic here if they go wide. Haywire Might. Okay. So it's interesting. Don't think there's any reason to get too cute here. So pass. Haywire Might. So they're gonna be running green too. Don't really want to pick these things off. I think we can take 2. This is not that big of a deal. But Haywire Might means they have to be running Naya, so it's interesting. Geralf, baby. All right, we definitely love Geralf. You know what? This deck does not run a lot. I mean, they're running Haywire Might, which is very weird. So I think we'll just try to go for Geralf here. We'll get a little risky if they don't have spot removal. They don't have spot removal. Geralf will be able to put a decent amount of hurting on them. And Convoke usually only runs like what, the case? Usually it's just like that case card. They usually don't run like Get Lost or whatever the hell, like just like spot removal. So adaptive. Do not run the case. As long as you don't have the case, I think our Geralf's gonna live, and then we're gonna be able to double spell, and life should be good. Amara. Okay. This card's really good, man. Okay. Right. That is horrific. Fuck, man. Not really even sure what we can do. Bouncing anything does not... No, bounce. That's strictly horrific. I think the only thing we can really do is just Lightning Strike and then Slick Sequence to draw, but we might as well wait. Well, actually, we might as well not wait, because they have case that... Yeah, we'll just do this now, I guess. So it's Lightning Strike you. And now we Slick Sequence you. Draw a card, and just kind of hope that they can't go for K... Yeah, because as long as they don't have 2 creatures, they can't solve this. So, I mean... Another Mara, not great here, man. We really needed that Geralt. Like I said, like if they just don't have the case, and we can kind of match their... But we could absolutely match them in terms of their board here. So, locks it on. That is starting to get extremely scary. Our shocks are no good anymore. I think it's over. This is anti-good, right? Make sure they don't get any ETBs off of this. Just kind of slow them down. We have the shock. The shock doesn't do anything. They can't go for the case of the Gateway Express just yet. But we're on like the thinnest ice humanly imaginable right now. Even the Haywire Might, so even if we do top deck it, we need an Urabrask. That's what's going to come down to. We need an Urabrask yesterday. I don't think they want to go for... Oh, that was actually a pretty big misplay on my end. Yeah, pretty big misplay here. So they get the... Well, actually, not bad. Because they actually had the brush land anyway, so even if we kill this Haywire Might, they still could go for the Loxodon, so... But either way, like, we just need help here. The Melt Through is not even close to what I would be considered help. We need a lot more help than that, so... We need... Is there a chance? Let's drop our Scalding Vipers. I still don't think there's a chance, though, because we kind of don't have a hand anymore. So we have this Melt Through. It's going to be tough. I don't know if there's a chance anymore. Take 5. Yeah, because this case, this is what I'm nervous about. This case of the Gateway Express and a Knight. Oh, man. Very unfortunate here, but I think we're just toast. If this wasn't a land, we could be maybe okay here, but I think we're going to save a little bit of dignity and not even play the Urabrask, because if I do this, Melt Through, yeah, the game's over. Damn, that really sucks, man. That really sucks. A Milkar! A Milkar? Hello. Let's go ahead and keep this. 2 tap lands, but that's okay. Do I want to push for land? I'm going to do this, sure, whatever. 4 lands. I'm going to say no. I actually do not want land unless I know that I have a Fiery Inscription, a Geralf, or an Urabrask. That is what I'm looking for here. There it is. Hey, there it is. Okay. So, do I want to commit to this? I think so. It's kind of sucky to just let the Warden of the Inner Sky do its thing, but we're going to have to set up. They're going to set up, we're going to set up, and hopefully we can just be faster. Soldier, okay. Yeah, this is not that bad. Honestly, swinging in doesn't feel that bad, so... They're playing soldiers, interesting. Well... I think we'll drop this, right? I mean, there is a chance they have Phantom Interference. Doorkeeper Throw, that's fine. That's actually fine. Okay. That's only artifacts and creatures. That's not enchantments, right? By Elspeth's command. Okay, this is fine. Ooh, honestly, the Elspeth's command, they're going to be pretty annoyed if we Scalding Viper that, I believe. So we'll do that. I was going to say, why wouldn't they take the Inner Sky and Scry? I think that would be probably more worth it, right? Or are they just really worried about damage? Don't really care about the Doorkeeper Throw. We don't really have ETBs. We actually, I don't think we, come to think of it, I don't think we have any. So that's completely fine with me. Let's go for the Scalding Viper and return target non-land permanent. Let's put you back. Get a little bit of damage for your trouble. We could Slick Sequence, but what do we really hit that makes it worth it? Probably nothing, if we're being honest. So I think we'll actually get down the Scalding Viper. And now we can start peppering them with the Scalding Viper for 1 damage every single time they play something. 3 or less, but I'm assuming that's typically what they have here. It's a little risky to have this Warden of the Inner Sky get up to 4 toughness, but like at some point, I think I'm just going to burn their face. Officer, sure. So bang, take a little bit of pepper breath from the Scalding Viper. Let's see, 3-4. I kind of hope they do attack. Yeah, I'm hoping, because this taps. This doesn't have Vigilance yet. They need 1 more counter before it has Vigilance, so I think we're just looking to attack. I don't think they can really do as much damage as we can, right? So let's go for the Scatter, and this time I'm not going to kick it, because I would rather just strike. Yeah, that's fine. Fire Inscription, bang. I think we're going to strike, and then because we copy this, let's just make use of this mana with what we have. Because we didn't kick it, so we have to cast this now. I don't think they can do enough damage on the back end here. They have to kill us this turn, or gain a shitload of life, because we have the Slick Sequence, Lightning Strike, 3 life. Scalding Viper is actually going to pepper them in case they do go super wide here. So, I mean, like, 16 life. Can they do 16 life? I don't think, or 16 damage? I don't think so. Ruh-roh, Raggy. Okay, is that, that buffs the board. I didn't really see that coming, not gonna lie. 4, 5, 7, 10. If they have another one... Oh, if they have another one, I'll just scream, I think. Okay, that was close. That was a little closer than it should have been, but GG's.